Nigeria should farm to support Buhari, Minister. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mohammed Abubakar, has asked Nigerians to farm as a way to support the Muhammad Buhari regime to improve the economy. Mr. Abubakar made the call Saturday on the second day of his familiarization tour of some agricultural facilities in Kaduna. According to him, agriculture was a lucrative business with the capacity to attract funding from both local and foreign governments as well as organizations. However, he said some stakeholders were sabotaging the government's efforts by hoarding farming equipment. I have seen equipment in the stores that should have been distributed to end users instead of being laid fallow and left to decay. We cannot let situations like this continue to happen because we do not want to hurt anybody. These people benefiting from hoarding equipment and agricultural inputs are hurting a lot of farmers and the economy of the country. So I am not afraid to do what is right, and we will do what is right to change some of the narrative of hoarding agricultural inputs while showing the people that the government is doing its best to improve the lives of Nigerians, he said. The man made a mistake. He meant to support the herdsmen to feed their cows and kill the farmers so that they can take the land. Oh my goodness. Hold on. He may be right to support Buhari and his family from Sahel to overrun the indigenous people. Nigerians have been farming all along. I believe 70% of Nigerians are farmers. You better advise Buhari to support farmers by protecting them from killer herdsmen, bandits, and kidnapping. Yes, indeed. Nigerians have been farming, and the clash between herdsmen and farmers, or Fulani herdsmen and farmers, is because these farmers, their crops are being destroyed, and at the end of the day, the federal government seems to be throwing their support at the backs of the headsmen against those who recently signed the anti-grazing bill into law. Nigerians should farm to support Buhari instead of Buhari should be the one to support farmers. Our leaders with the same brain. We should continue farming for your herdsmen to keep kidnapping, robbing, and eating out our crops, and Buhari will continue backing them. Exactly what I was saying now. Go bring back your kids to Nigeria and let's start farming together. He did not talk about the present kidsmen who sabotage the farmers. Someone should show it to him that agriculture, according to a former Israelite PM, is 95% science and 5% work. This maladministration has not invested in R&D, but is talking of agriculture being lucrative. The agriculture that is lucrative is not the whole type. True, very true. Buhari should ask his kinsmen to stop destroying our farm. Haven't Nigerians been farming? Or isn't it farmers? Is it the same farmers that the federal government have not been able to protect the bandits and herdsmen from? Buhari should call his kinsmen to order to leave farmers alone and embrace normal grazing routes. Who will go to the farm? These governments and officials are under a spell. How can you farm when the president's kinsmen, are killing people on the farm? The killer Fulani's headsmen that General Buhari brought from all over Africa does not allow farmers to farm. Are you also going to farm too, or will you just sit down there and be eating our oil money? Why don't you start the farming, or are you exempted? They are just deceiving us, we farmers in the villages. We do not receive anything like agricultural support because the people who are responsible to distribute the items, they're diverting it to their own pockets. Heartless. Afterwards, the herdsmen terrorists are unleashing terror acts on the farmers. What have you done about that? Most of these people are not supposed to be merited to be ministers. Exactly my point. Okay, it is these same farmers now that the herders and the herders are clashing with. It is these same farmers that they're eating all their crops. It is these same farmers, I beg your pardon, that are being killed. Now, you still come out and farmers have been doing their job. It's just that this is a security issue. The federal government, I don't know why it is, the federal government is treating this particular issue with kid gloves. Security is going above the roof. And this is why even the so-called agriculture that is lucrative is now experiencing some very big difficulties in our nation today. Why don't you and your family take the lead and go to farm? Have you provided security for the farmers who are currently being killed by bandits and Boko Haram for trying to farm? Sad indeed, very sad. The truth remains, people have been farming, the electorates have been farming. This issue of insecurity is on top of the roof. It has gone, what am I saying? It has gone over the roof. It has gone haywire. This insecurity also started from these farmers themselves. They will plant their crops, and be doing all they can so that that particular crop is going to yield a bountiful harvest. But what happens? The herders will come into their farm. Their cattle will destroy their crops, destroy their plants. And when those farmers will even try to say, okay, people should go, it is going to be a problem. Information getting to us about last 2 weeks is that a community in, I cannot remember the state, but this community, their farmers, their farmland were destroyed by these cattle. And when they chased these people out of the community, what happened? These herders went to the military officers, the soldiers of that state, and informed them about what happened. What happened? These same soldiers came and they came and arrested some of these farmers and beat them up and beat them. And I keep asking, what is going on? These are the same people that you are calling to farm. People that are already doing it. They're already doing it. But still yet, they are not being allowed. On their own land. They do not go to other people's, they do not relocate to do this farming. They do it wherever they are. That is in their own land. Yet, these things happen. No security for them. The support given to them, it holds no water. Keep hearing they are supporting. Nothing is really being done in fact, in reality. And all this, it is why the agriculture in Nigeria is supposed to be flying high is becoming the poor. How am I going to put it? Is no longer as lucrative as it used to be. That is just it. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Till I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.